that's it. You're probably saying to yourself, well, why did you bring up that? The 2013, the car and everything like that. It was like a mark. A certain, like, bookmark or something, like, like if you read a book or something like that. There's certain events, like, there's certain things, like, I know, most people think of stuff, like, about, they think about their life. There was something we shared on the Saturday Night Live thing. We didn't really check too much of it out. That's what I thought I was going to do, but it's like nonsense. What is the significance of it? It's just really doesn't make any sense to me. All this rushing of everything. My whole thing is like, all right, the Michael Avenatti. Like, how was he appointed? Like, who made the referral? It's like all these things. Like, underneath, there's something with Mark Levin. That's who I end up, checking out when I got up. For some reason, because I get up and I just see, all right, it's Sunday, so you're either gonna have Anthony Bourdain on there, or you're gonna have the United Shades of America, or it's not Lisa Lang no more. It's not, I think it is. Oh, it's Christine Amanpour. Sex and Love, all that kind of stuff. And usually, sometimes on Fox, they'll have like Waters or something weird, or whatever they had. Oh, they put Mark Levine. Everyone's like changing. They just change. Things change. Years ago, it used to be like Red Eye. Like on a Sunday, you'd have Tom. I don't know his last name. Really don't. But anyways, another distraction here. We just came out of there. Nice. It was nice and quiet in there. There was a lot of things spilt all over, though. I don't know. Just felt like cleaning it. And I started cleaning some stuff up. I know there's two of them on, but I just felt like it because people were talking and stuff like that. And I was thinking about my show here this morning. It is small. I can handle it. I'm just saying, I don't like it for it to just lose the little bit of like investigation research that I'm kind of doing, like the things that I'm staying on. Distractions. There's always some kind of like distraction or smokescreen. And you gotta say to yourself, like, what is all these things going on? There's the white cat. I just fed him. Excuse me, he's going down this way. I should have took a little sip of my coffee. That's the kind of thing, like, it's one of the motivational things here. And just relax, like Francesco said, like the voice and everything like that. It is, words. We got to bring it down, especially when we're talking about sensitive matters. There it is. He did both of them, man. They're taking advantage of me. He's mostly all white, with like two black spots on his back and his head. I'm gonna beat up a little bit. They're milking me. In the winter, I was just feeding them when I got up, and then maybe like later on in the afternoon, a can each, the big cans. Now you can't even do that. Now, like, they're hanging around. The weather's nice. They're coming back down. Even after I feed them, they're hitting me on the way back. I feed them before I go out and do the show, and then like on the way back, like, and it's hard. It's hard to say no. That's just the kind of person I am. And I guess the opener, we were talking about heart. Heart and brain, the polar bear, not the polar bear, the bear, and encouraging, all that kind of stuff. I was talking about some kind of insect, like the machinery that it has. I think, actually, I'm not even joking, it has something to do with dragon, I think. Could it be a dragonfly? Or maybe not. I know some type of beetle. So I remember when I used to, like, go back and forth with atheists and stuff, like in the beginning. Probably before my car got stolen and everything. I know one of my arguments or something, one of my things I would say, well, who made this certain beetle here, this defense that he has, and if he's under any kind of threat or something like that, he just shoots out this smell, and so his enemies, he just something like that. But yes, we can learn a lot from the environment. Everything just seems to be at a certain time. I mentioned groundhogs. It was like a month ago I seen the first one. I've been feeding groundhogs while I've been doing the show. And it all started with my neighbor up there, way before the show started. Like I said, I don't know, it was the first time I ever seen him. It probably had to be in 2011 or something like that. Of course I knew of groundhogs, but not in my own backyard. I would see, it took me a while to understand that there were groundhogs. Just you just see them up there, there was just this family. Because my mother was mentioning it, because I said, isn't it fascinating how they when it gets cold, they just go underground. And she's like, yeah, same thing with bears. Let's go to the music. Don't ask me how. So we kind of we're talking a little bit about justice this morning, and over the weekend Justify won. I don't think it was a huge exacta or anything like that. I know it was a story. Some woman won $1.2 million off an $18 bet. I was saying to myself, was that the superfecta? How do you? I know my first lucky bet was I was delivering a pizza. I really wasn't a gambler, other than when you're in school, you bet $5 on the Yankees, or you circle the football cards and stuff like that. But I really wasn't. I was not into it because I'll explain on another day. I don't want to I'm very upfront about things, but I just don't want to bring other people in right now, especially someone close, stuff like that. I need a moment here. Give me my coffee. All right, I will tell you, I'm not hiding anything. I'm open about everything. All right, my dad was part-time bookie, and he always told me, stay away, don't do this. So I really never did, up until when I was delivering this pizza, and it was the Cheerio guy there and his Pratt guy, and he's like, there's a horse running in the next race called Jerry Bomb. I said, really? I said, well, what do you do? So I just said, I walked up to the lady. She knew my mom. Her last name was Chaffee. I said, here, give me 20 on this horse here, Cherry Bomb. And it won. It paid almost $200 to win. So it was close to $2,000. And I was saying to myself, wow. I was I was working, at the Blenny's at the time. I was coming back, I had all this cash. It was I just delivered a pizza in there, and someone said, bet this horse, put 20 up, and you win $2,000. So that's a pretty good investment. I'm just throwing the money up in the air on the way back. Walking in the back door saying, here, you go here. I'm buying Lombardi's. I'm buying this. I'm buying. I'm taking it out. And then the next day I went back and I hit a triple for I don't know. It's $800. It was wow. There's something here. So anyway, I don't know how we got onto that story, but it was supposed to be about justice, and we are out of time.